So when does,
Mm,
because part of your credit history is not
mm.
just personal assistant, it's actually on tour photographer. When
Yes.
does the camera come out, and when does the Alice Cooper camp say, hey, this guy can do more than just serve a Diet Coke? He can take a hell of a picture. What happened?
Right. So basically, I always brought a camera, but I never had a great camera on tour. But in high school, I was doing some photography, film stuff, but not really, not very well. But when as soon as I went on tour, that's when I really wanted to document all these little things. But I had a garbagey kind of camera and a phone camera. When I became his assistant, we had a few moments where we were out, um, and he was with other people like Marilyn Manson or whatever. Um, and it became really clear to me that I needed to get a really good camera because I wanted to see like this picture.
Moments like this, yeah, this is one of those intimate moments. You can see Orianthe in the back,
Yeah,
Bougie on the right. There's another photographer on the left. I don't know who he is.
he
And
was
then
with
there's,
Manson, and I can't think of his name. I know him, but he can't think of his name off the top of my head
and
though.
obviously Marilyn Manson on the left and Alice
Yep.
Cooper on the right. And they
But
look like somebody either just farted or told a funny
who
joke.
who knows? But this picture right here, it is if you get zoom in, Alice's hand is blurred because the camera that I had was very low, was not a great quality camera. I couldn't didn't have a lot of adjustments and stuff that I could make to kind of work for the moment.
Yep.
And so it was like, okay, I got to get a good camera. I need to.
But that's
Um,
but see, that's that energy.
the
And
energy
folks,
is
just
still there, but
again, for those of
yeah,
you that are listening on the podcast, I want you to go onto YouTube and I want you to watch it, because there's a lot of photos that we're actually showing today from Kyler's private collection that have never been seen, because for reasons exactly like Kyler just explained. He's, saying that the hand was out of focus. But to me, that's what is the vibe of rock and roll. It's not perfect. It's a little rough around the edges. So that picture of Manson and Alice is has a lot of energy too. It has a lot
yeah,
of cool energy to it. So you
that's
start filming. Go ahead.
no. I was just gonna say that. So it was around then, around 2010, when I became his assistant, that I got a real good camera. And as I was taking pictures, I was sending them off to Shep, Alice's manager, or whoever,
Shep Gordon. Yep.
Shep Gordon. And there
Shep
was
Gordon. Oh, we
nobody.
mentioned the SH word. Oh my God. We said we weren't going to do it.
No,
Hello,
no.
Shep.
So
How you doing? I know you're watching. Hey.
he's so basically at some point, like there was nobody running the Facebook page, there was no Instagram or anything like that, or the MySpace. I don't think MySpace was a thing at that point, but there wasn't anybody doing any of that. And so I think somehow it was just sort of like handed to me like, hey, you can do some of this stuff. And so I was there taking pictures, so I just started posting pictures of
Yeah.
stuff that was going on. And a lot of
But
I mean
that
a lot of
led
it
to
was.
some big things, because that actually led to a few album covers, didn't it? I
It did.
mean,
Well, it slowly but surely built, and as I was taking more pictures, became much better at it. And it got to a point where I was now, instead of just taking a handful of pictures, I was taking pictures during the whole show, backstage and stuff, meet and greet photos. So there are 1,000 at least photos from like 2011 until now, from every show, at least 1,000 photos.
that you haven't even downloaded.
I mean, they're all archived on a hard drive, but I mean, I just kind of glanced through them. So that's why looking for photos to show that nobody had seen before. Some of these photos I haven't even looked at in forever. I'd put them in the hard drive, and then I might pick a few, post those or whatever.
Right.
But there's stuff in there. I mean, I'm it's like going through it's like going into a library. There's 2 million photos that I have of Alice since I've started as his assistant. I think I can say that I definitely have taken more pictures of him than anybody else.
There's such
Um,
great shots. This, I want you to show some proof that you have. I think you might have a little prop, or you might have some
oh yeah.
actual visual, tangible proof that your Alice Cooper photos have
Oh yes.
actually paid some dividends, because they've
Um,
made it onto a few
s-
products. Go ahead,
so
show it.
so this is the live paranormal evening with Alice Cooper was recorded in Paris at the
Yep,
Olympia.
Olympia Theater.
Yep. And
And
I
you
was
took that shot when?
this was
In probably in Cleveland, Ohio.
You know, there honestly, what's funny is that there's a this is the vinyl version, which is one of my favorite photos that I've ever taken of Alan.
Wow, that's a really great shot,
Yeah.
Kyler. There you go. There's some Kyler work. Everyone, take
Um,
your screenshots
that's
right
this.
now.
And what's funny is that these
Could you get
gloves that I
Todd
was
Kearns
showing
out of the
off,
way? Can you get Todd Kearns' face out of the way?
these guys, so these gloves here are these are the gloves that are in this picture. So
Aha,
I
look
I
at
I,
that.
I like to collect little physical mementos from the photos that I have. I also have the makeup brush
All right.
that he's using in this particular photo. I have in a drawer. It's just,
This is
it's
not
kind of
one
cool.
big eBay commercial for you, is it? Is this actually an eBay commercial for you?
Yes. No, I actually don't sell really anything. But so this photo here on the inside is not from Paris. It's from, I think it is Ohio. Not I
What a great, but I
but
love that
look at
shot.
I know there's probably some people in this photo that are actually watching this. Anyway,
Yeah. I think I see Chris Vickery and Mike Usnick in that photo right there.
honestly, I'm gonna look. You might. Anyway, so here's another cool photo that I have the hat. This was on. I'm actually on stage about to be killed with a mic stand.
Oh,
So I'm using
wow.
a real camera. And there's hundreds of these photos, but this is the hat. I have the emblem is just also in a drawer. It just keeps falling off. I have to fix it.
Was that the song "Wicked Young Man" that we
Wicked
played
young
during the
man,
song?
yeah. So
Yeah.
he's got a mic stand right in my belly, and he's about to impale me, and
And you took that shot. It
I'm
looks like
taking a
an
picture.
outdoor gig. It looks like it could be Wacken Festival or
It
some
might
sort of
be. It
outdoor
was
festival.
definitely a European festival, and I just pulled this out of. So I have behind Frankenstein here. There's this, they're map drawers basically, and so they're really long flat files. I've got posters and all of
If
my
anybody really
footprints and
wants
stuff.
to see that drawer, it's on my Kyler's latest Instagram story that you did for me. It's a very nice shot of it, by the way. Hey, you're not the only one with props, Kyler, and
Yes.
you know what? Alice Cooper's not the only one that has received the dividends of your craft because you, my friend, shot
Oh
the back
right.
of this album cover, which
Yeah.
is here's the front cover. This was
That's a
that was shot by Frederick Etwall, but
Yep.
the back cover is all Kyler Clark.
Oh
Imagine your
yeah.
reality, folks.
Look at that.
I loved this shot the first time I saw it, and I believe I said, Kyler, can I use this for because this to me is the ultimate back cover sort of album shot. So there you go.
Yeah,
I love
man.
it.
Yeah.
And just so my producer doesn't start putting up some
Hey,
very
hey,
wacky
hey,
stuff.
hey.
This is a Vic Chalfant shot. So there you go, Vic. All right. Are you
Vic,
happy
man.
now? There you go.
Legend.
To steal Kyler's thunder like that. How could you?
How dare you?
One more shot of Kyler's shot right there on the back of Imagine Your Reality. So there you go.
Yeah.